What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to go over an ab workout routine that's going to help you develop, sculpt, and define your six-pack, as well as develop some solid core foundational strength. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, to start this ab workout out, we're going to first start with the superset, beginning with hanging knee raises. Hanging knee raises is an excellent ab exercise that will get you great results in developing core muscle and strength. Doing knee raises hanging is going to challenge the core stability even more, as well as incorporate your upper body and grip strength to hold you into position, bring a more compound style of core work, helping to burn more fat and develop more muscle effectively. These are going to be a little bit harder to do as well, so if you are a beginner and you find that you can't really do these that well, then just start by doing reverse crunches on the ground instead to help you build up enough core strength to progress into doing these and more hanging ab work. The main muscles you're going to target in the hanging knee raise is going to be your rectus abdominis, specifically that lower portion of it. And some key form tips you want to keep in mind while you're performing your hanging knee raises is, first, you want to just make sure you keep your core really tight and engaged through the whole range of motion to help keep yourself stable. As you bring your knees up, you want to really flex the core and make sure that you feel that lower portion of your abs engage as you bring your knees up. And in doing this, you want to make sure you're not going too fast through your reps. You want to keep it nice and slow and controlled and really flex that you feel your abs through each rep. And if you're doing reverse crunches, one thing you want to focus on is just make sure you keep your hands pressed on the mat and not under your hips. This is going to help you activate your core a lot more effectively. And you also want to make sure you don't drop your legs too fast as you come down. Stay controlled, engage your core, really squeeze that lower core on the reverse crunch as you come up. And on these hanging knee raises or reverse crunches, we're going to do 15 reps. And then we're going to take a 30-second to a no longer than a minute break. And then after we get done with that, we'll move to the second part of the superset. And after we finish that quick 30-second to a minute break, we're going to jump next into this ball crunch. And doing crunches on the ball activates the abs way more effectively than a standard crunch. The instability that you get while using a ball forces the stabilizing muscles of both the rectus abdominis and the internal and external obliques to activate for a better overall ab development to help you build more strength and muscle. The ball is also safer for your back as well, which makes it an overall great exercise to develop more core muscle and strength in a much safer way than doing your standard and other styles of crunches. The main muscles that the ball crunch will work is going to be mainly that rectus abdominis and specifically that upper portion. And some key form tips you want to keep in mind while you're doing your ball crunches is mainly you want to just keep from pulling your neck too hard on the crunch. You want to make sure that your core is the one that's doing the work and you're not pulling yourself up or using that momentum to pull yourself up on the crunch. You want to make sure on the crunch that you go up until about your shoulder blades and back are off the ball and really squeeze that core at the top to really activate the abs through each rep so that you get better results. And on these ball crunches, we're going to do 20 reps here. And then after we finish that, we're going to do another 30-second to a minute break and then go back to the first part of this superset and repeat that for 5 rounds. And after we finish that, we'll move to the second part of this ab workout. All right, after we finish with that superset, to finish out our ab workout, we're going to hit the high-low cable rotation. And the high-low cable rotation, they're one of the best exercises for developing the obliques. The constant tension provided through the cable wood chop enhances the oblique and core activation, giving you better core development and more functional core strength. The main muscles we will target in the high-low cable rotation is going to be the internal and external obliques to make sure we work all of the different sections of our core to complete our core workout. And some key form tips you want to keep in mind as you're doing your high-low cable rotation is, first, you just want to make sure you don't lock your knees and hips in place as you rotate. You want to be sure to also keep your arms straight on the rotation. And as you finish the rotation, you want to make sure that your hands are lower than your side pocket. That'll ensure that you're getting a strong rotation that's going to really activate your oblique the best. And also at the bottom of the rotation, you want to hold for at least until you feel your oblique activate, which should be about 2 to 3 seconds, and then slowly return back to the starting position so that you get better engagement and better activation of your obliques to further enhance your development of them. And on these high-low cable rotations, we're going to do 5 sets And we're gonna go 15 reps on these rotations to finish out our ab workout. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this ab workout. And I always wanna make sure to make it clear when it comes to your ab workout routines that, of course, this routine will help you develop and build muscle, but the key thing when it comes to making your abs show and develop so you can see all the work that you've put in is making sure you have a low body fat percentage. So as well as doing this ab workout routine is going to be important, focusing on your diet and cardio to further help you burn some extra fat off so that you can actually see your ab and all the work that you've been putting in it is going to be important. So just want to make sure I give you guys that before we end this video. And also before we get out of here, I want to give you guys this verse. This verse is Romans 12:2, which says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." I want to give you guys this verse because, man, the same way, we're going about developing our core strength and our abs and our six pack. I think one of the most important, core fundamental things that you can do that'll help you, become the person you want to be and the person that God made you to be is making sure you're also renewing and sharpening your mind. Your mind is one of the most powerful things that, God has given you, and your mind shapes, defines who you are and the way that you think about yourself and the way that you will ultimately be successful and productive in what you do. So I just want to encourage you, man, in the same way in that verse, you have to renew your mind, to really focus on your mind, what you're putting in it, the things you're feeding it, the way that you're developing it, and your thoughts and your actions, it will all follow your mind in the way that it works. So in the same way, I encourage you to guys to pump out your physical muscle. I encourage you to work out that mental muscle, whether it be reading books, reading your word, whatever it is to help you change and develop your mind to become the person that God made you to be. It's going to be so important. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, definitely be sure to leave a like. Definitely be sure to comment, leave any feedback, questions, concerns. Would love to connect with you guys anymore. So be sure to leave all that in the comments below. Definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well, as I'm always uploading new content every week to help you improve your physique, your fitness, your health, your wellness, and your faith through the foundations of fitness and a relationship with God. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of that new content, as well as be sure to check out some of my other content I have up as well. I'll leave some links in the description, some things I think will further help you along in your journey that I have for you. And again, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.